Hey, welcome everyone. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Yep.
It's June 10th, man. I'm Sean. Welcome to the Russell Factor. We're so fucking glad you're here tonight. We're celebrating some big news.
Yep.
Big news tonight. Russell Factor YouTube just got 1,000 subscribers.
1K, baby.
1,000 subscribers.
1,000.
We've been on YouTube for 14 days.
That's crazy.
14 days.
That's crazy.
And we're not great by any means, but I mean we help a lot of people.
We have a lot of things to improve on.
We have a lot of things to improve on. We're not great by any means, but the thing is that we have such a good following.
Yeah. 100%.
Like people are actually enjoying what we're doing, man.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much for being my co-host.
100%.
I am so stoked. We just hit 1,000 subscribers today. We want 5,000 by the end of July.
I'm saying middle of July is like my personal goal, but end of July I would not be complaining.
I am so excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's a little later than we normally do.
Yeah.
Excuse me, our podcast on Monday nights, but we both had some things we had to do tonight, and we just got done watching the Oilers and the Panthers game.
Yeah, did we? Yeah.
And so we have some stuff to talk about. But first off, thank you all.
Oh yeah.
Thank you all for subscribing and listening and being a part of this growth for us. We wouldn't be here without you. And I'm extremely grateful. We have some big goals.
Grateful.
We have some big goals.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say, man?
No, I mean, hey. I mean, you only kind of dream of these kind of stuff, so it's been a ride. I know we've only been doing it for 2 weeks, but
well, we've been doing the podcast for a long time.
Oh yeah.
We've
100%.
been on YouTube for literally today is 14 days.
14 days, yeah.
Today is 14 days. 1,000 subscribers.
We just want to keep on improving.
Yeah.
Want to give even better content. Just everything all across the board, just better at everything. But super appreciative. I know Sean has said, very appreciative. So we just want to keep going. Keep it going.
That's all I care about.
Keep the ball rolling.
That's all I care.
Yeah.
I like the biggest thing for me is like last night I saw before I went to bed, we were at like 989 subscribers. I was like, oh my God, I think tomorrow we're gonna hit 1,000.
Oh yeah, I took a nap. It was
I
woke up.
I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow, like we're gonna hit 1,000 subscribers in less than 14 days.
Hey, maybe those guys that do hit 1,000 subscribers in a month, maybe they should reach out to us. They should reach out to us. Maybe they should.
I think we have a good thing going.
We want to keep it going.
We wouldn't be here without every one of you, so thank you so much for subscribing. I don't even have words. Like when we realized this morning, we both knew we had 1,000 this morning. We're like, we got to do something fun.
Yeah.
And so we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and had some drinks. And now we're talking to you guys. So couple of updates. First off, again, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Please continue to do that. That is the biggest thing for us. Like we would not be here if it wasn't for you. Second thing is Apollo is right around the corner. I know we talk about him all the time, but he is worth the wait. He is going to be worth everyone's wait when I get done.
100%.
The motherfucker's just gonna he's it's a different world.
It's gonna explode.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
And how I've coded him and what I'm doing is it's a whole different unique thing. The third thing is we've talked about it, and starting in July, Saturdays and Sundays, the VIP picks for the bettors that subscribe on the website. I'm going to stop doing individual picks on Saturdays and Sundays. I know football season's right around the corner, and everyone is super excited, and we're going to have some great things that we're going to do. But on Friday evenings, I'm going to be posting Saturday and Sunday picks for the weekend. It's just based on feedback and based on everything I'm doing and my lifestyle and I'm getting pulled to these events and I'm going to these UFC fights, I'm going to these NASCAR races, and I'm going to these basketball games, and it's like it's hard for me to do all these things and still be able to post picks like I do. So on Friday evenings, I'm going to be posting Saturday and Sunday's picks for all the VIP subscribers and also for the free picks. So continue to stay tuned. I'm trying to automate this as best as possible, but it gets really hard because you're forecasting 48 hours in the future.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is really hard. I'm going to come up with a way to do it that's going to be beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
But starting in July, I'm going to be taking a step back from the manual post I'm doing for Saturdays and Sundays, and going to make it more of an automated task, and we're going to do Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday in one post. So hope you guys respect that. If it doesn't work, I'll revert back to whatever is going best for our subscribers because you guys are number one for us, so I don't care. Other than that, that's all the laundry items I had. You have anything at all? I feel like I haven't seen you in 4 or 5 days now.
I know, that's usually the longest we've ever seen
We
each
usually
other.
don't go that long.
We literally see each other every day.
I know. I was out, so I had a chance to go to the Harrah's Resort in Maricopa County this weekend, so I got to go out there and shout out to two of my two best friends, Christy and Tammy. Two ladies I got to meet and hang out with all weekend. Amazing ladies. But shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for being there. But that's all I really had. I was gone a lot this weekend, and there's no reception out there, so it was very hard to do anything. Yeah. But anything else?
Let's get the show started, man.
Let's get it started.
Let's get it started, man.
Dude, we haven't talked.
We haven't talked. To talk about.
We have not talked since last Wednesday.
That's insanity.
I know, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? I tell you what, I've been traveling for the first time. You're normally the one that's always gone. I've been traveling. I've been out of town. Where do you want to go? Let's throw this thing out. Let's just dribble the basketball and see what we're gonna do.
Let's talk about the finals.
Okay, let's go basketball.
I was thinking about maybe we can go to another couple of topics, but let's talk about basketball.
Okay.
Talk about basketball. So we had game 1, game 2 that happened over last week, and then
so we're gonna go Mavs Celtics game 1, game 2.
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Man.
Some crazy.
So I know I said Mavs in 6. It's becoming more difficult to go behind.
I told you you're high.
All right. Okay. But I gotta give it to Celtics, man. I mean, they played defense. Oh man, probably the best defense I've seen them play all fucking year. It took Drew Holiday, great defensive player. Jaylen Brown, also great defensive player. But
also, he's an offensive and defensive player. Jaylen Brown is a savage.
Defense, offense.
100%. He goes both sides. 100%. He goes both sides. So yeah, 100%.
100%. But man, I really thought it was gonna be a different outcome just because of Luka just being who he is. He was gonna affect the game more than I thought he was. And don't get me wrong, he was still doing his thing. But I think it comes down to the rotational players. The guys, I think they need to step up a little bit more. It just didn't happen. Game 1 was a complete blowout. Game 2 was close, but they just pulled away with just more clutch threes, better defensive plays. I think Game 2 was attainable for the Mavs. The Celtics, honestly, they played like the Mavs all playoffs. They made the plays when they needed to make, which is kind of ironic. It's ironic because they beat you in your own game. The Mavs, they make their money off of, which it proved in the Timberwolves series. They didn't beat you the first quarter. They beat you in the fourth quarter. Which, ironic enough, the Celtics kind of did that in game 2. They kind of made the right plays.
And what's funny because the Celtics throughout this postseason NBA playoff series, the game 2 for the Celtics has been their kryptonite. Not the other night.
Yeah.
And they the thing is they've showed up in both games. And Jalen Tatum or Jason Tatum, Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Porzingis. Dude, the thing is, I made some notes earlier, and I don't have them available, but I made some notes earlier that the Celtics team They're beast after beast after beast.
Yeah.
Whether it's Jason Tatum starting from the number 1 spot on that bench all the way to number 12.
Yeah.
Every one of them, I say every one of them, but anybody that came off the bench,
they can score.
They all contributed.
100%.
They all contributed to the Celtics winning both games 1 and game 2. And they did it with ease. Yeah. I mean, game 1 was kind of a shit show because they take this by 24, 25 points, whatever it is. 107 to 89. Yeah. And then game 2, they won about 105 to 98. So they win by another 24 points. They made it look super easy.
They did.
And I said, the one thing the Mavs have to do is Luka, Kyrie, these guys on the Mavs team, they have to exploit the fact that the Celtics had 10 days off to rest.
They didn't take advantage of it.
They did not. They did not exploit. They did not take it off at all. And anybody that's watched this, I've got video. I've got not videos. I've got emails. I've got all sorts of stuff coming in from us. Like, dude, Luka, Kyrie, none of them exploited anything for the Celtics. They did not show up.
Well, I don't know about that. I think what it was is,
and they completely devastated the under, like 100%. Like it's a weird first 2 games.
Well, the thing with the playoffs is all about matchups, right? You look at the Celtics compared to the Timberwolves. You might think the
way overrated. Yeah,
Timberwolves are overrated.
It's out scouted. It's out dominated.
What did Drew Holiday say? He said, "Hey, even the white guys can defend. They can all defend."
And that's what I'm saying. Dude, from the first part of their bench, from Jason Tatum all the way down to number 12, they all can play. They all D up. They all score. Every one of them contributed both games of this, and that's why the Celtics are going to be the national champions. But I hope that Luka and Kyrie and the Mavs can show up and,
the series
and
is
make
not
some
over.
It's not over. It's harder, but it's not over.
I think the most important aspect is that they can all defend. You know why it's important? Because if you let the role players get their own 15, 20 points, then it's over. And then I think the Mavs have the chance to get back in the series. But if you take away the role players away, if they shoot 1 for 9, 1 for 10, then it's gonna be a dub every time. They took the role players. They said, "Hey, Draymond Green's advice." They said, "Hey, we will let everyone. We will let Luka and Kyrie. They'll get their 20, 30 piece. The role players, they're not getting squat. They're not getting anything." So that's what they said. And so that's the smart way to go about it. I wouldn't hesitate. I definitely think. Granted, the Celtics did what they needed to do. Hey, the Mavs, they're going back at home. So
we got 2 games where Celtics come up. They're winning 2-0. Now they go back to Dallas. And this is the only hope that Luka and Kyrie and those guys have to do. But they win the first game, 107-89. They win the second game, 105-98.
The way I look at it, they did what they were supposed to do.
They did.
Because if they even lose one game, now it's like, okay, you guys are fucked. Now it's looking like the Mavs.
So Dallas has to win both games at home.
Which is like the Celtics did.
Just like the Celtics did.
I think they will. It'll be game 5 back in Boston. 100%.
I don't know. I hope that happens. But reality...
Well, what's your game 5 prediction then?
What's your game 3 prediction? So game 3 prediction is I really... Well, to be honest with you, I think Boston takes them out at home. They're just dominating. I don't like to say it, but the data also says it too. The data says that Boston takes out Dallas at home. And if they do that, then this game is over possibly in 4, possibly in 5, no more than 5.
Well, yeah, no shit. If they go up 3-0, then
and so it's... And the thing is no one wants to see an NBA Finals that goes 4 games. Like, when's the last time you even saw that?
Warriors.
25 years ago? 20 years ago?
Warriors and Cavs.
Well, that was, 2014, 2013?
No, that was 2018, 2019. 2018.
No.
That was the year before the Raptors and the
That was
Warriors.
Toronto and the Warriors.
2019, that was 2018.
Was it 2018?
Yes, it was.
God, it all blurs together, man, anymore these days. But
yeah.
the thing is...
You can't doubt this.
I know, dude. I know. You got that. I'm good at fucking putting numbers on the board, but you're good at fucking history, so it's all great. The thing is that dude, if the Mavs don't win
It's over.
tomorrow,
It's over. 100%. Well, it's on Wednesday. Game's on Wednesday.
yeah, well, Wednesday night, yeah. If the Mavs don't win Wednesday night,
It's over. 100%.
which is what, the 12th, June 12th,
Yeah.
the chances of this going past Game 5 are extreme. That's like 99-1.
I have a better chance of winning the lottery at that point.
Yeah,
'Cause
100%.
it's never been done.
I have a chance of finding the woman of my dreams when that happens. So it is what it is. I thought I had the woman of my dreams, but then that didn't happen either. So
That's okay.
it is what it is.
That's
But
okay. So
now,
I got
who's crying now, baby? But anyways,
I got Mavs. I got Mavs on Game 3. I think last time I saw they were minus 122, if I'm not mistaken.
it was 122. I saw your notes earlier today, and it was one, and the line was 125 when I looked at my notes.
I'm not.
But it's not. It's, I mean, that's nothing that's gonna make me jump off the bandwagon of putting something on the bet.
Yeah.
That's minute. But I'm pretty confident it's probably very similar right now. The one thing that was interesting about this was Vegas, for some reason, is boosting these over-unders with this NBA Finals series. 214, 216, 218. We haven't hit over 207.
No.
Like, it's not there.
Yeah.
It's not there. And I said this a week and a half ago. I said you got two teams. You got a Celtics team that's been on rest for 10 days. You got a Mavs team that's been on rest for 6 days. When you rest, it drops total points. It is a scientific proven fact. When you rest, your total over points drop. We haven't hit over 207. And every over has been over 214.
Simple science.
It's one of those things like, this is why we have this podcast. Because these are the things we call out for people. But I'm going to run the under all day long on this because it just does not happen.
Yeah.
I don't see Game 3 going over 208, maybe 210. And it's 214.5 right now. Now, granted, it's 4.5 points. It's 4.5 points. Anything can happen. One extra 3.
If it goes OT, then obviously.
OT, dude, OT, we see traditionally OT, we sit at 225 to 230 on the over-under, right? It's 225, 230.
Yeah.
So, yes, that will go over. But regulation game, which right now, the last 8 games we've seen both these teams play, none of them went to OT.
Could change.
None. Not a single game. Not a single game went to OT. So we've been under, and we've been riding the under, and the under will continue to go tomorrow, or Wednesday, sorry, unless it goes OT.
Yeah.
Or unless Jalen or Jason or Luka or Kyrie decides to make it fucking rain even extra 3-pointers. That's the only way it changes. And we haven't seen it yet. In 8 games. We've not cleared the over in 8 games.
I want the Mavs to win so bad. I want to see my.
I want to see the Mavs win too. I want to see Luka move on. This is a big finals for him.
Dude, I want to see my roommate cry. He's a huge Celtics fan. Like, hey.
I don't give a shit about that, but the thing I do care about is the fact that we've got these guys that we care about that we talk about each week. Luka, Kyrie, Kyrie's playing second fiddle to Luka. We got all these things we talked about in the last 6 weeks.
I want to see the series to be more interesting. It will. I feel like if it goes 2-2 back to Boston,
it has to. The Dallas has to show up. They have to put up, or they're gonna shut up, and they're gonna get sent packing real fucking quick if they don't.
You think they eat tacos in Cancun?
I mean, they could get. I mean, we just had tacos from Taco Bell, but no, I think. I mean, tacos in Cancun sounds better than what we had tonight, but it sounds good. Yeah. But anyways, the point of the fact is, Dallas, Luka, Kyrie, all that bench that you guys have, that depth you have to show up. You have to show up, put up, or shut up. Because right now, you're down 2-0 against a Boston Celtics Green Machine team.
Stacked.
They're stacked.
Yep.
Now, Dallas is stacked too. Don't. I mean, we can't hate on Dallas. But they're not Boston.
They're not Boston.
They're definitely not Boston. That Boston bench is so fucking deep.
But I will say, Luka and Kyrie is better than Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. 100%.
That two
Tandem,
person punch.
That duo.
That duo's better. Well, oh god.
No, Luka makes.
I don't know. It makes me hard to say that. I don't. I think there's days I agree with that, but then there's days like I watch these last 2 games that does not, it doesn't jive. You know what I mean? Like
Luka, yeah, only because of Luka. Kyrie doesn't show up. I get that, but Luka, he does. He does make it.
So I tell you what, we're gonna watch this series play out. Dallas, if you don't show up,
to be determined.
Dallas, if you don't show up,
he will come on here and he will cuss you out.
If you don't show up, Luka, Kyrie, everyone else in that fucking team.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you have to show up and play. If you don't, you're going home. Yeah. There's no way you lose.
I mean, they know that.
There's no way you lose a game at home and then win one. You maybe go 4-1, then you go back to Boston.
It's over.
Dude, you're done. You're done. So you guys have to show up, put up, or shut up. So I tell you what, I'm gonna quit harping on that because I felt like we just spent like 12 minutes on that bad boy there.
Well, I feel like it's something we need to harp on because.
Well, it is. It's big. It's huge.
It's huge.
We're in the NBA Finals right now.
It's not a small thing.
We just hit 1,000 subscribers. We're in the NBA Finals. This is the best time to be us right now.
Best time.
And I think that if we don't put this out there, we're not doing it justice to anybody that's listening to us. So the thing is we know what we're talking about. We do a really good job at doing this. Dude, Dallas has to show up. They have to put up or they shut up. And if not, we see the Celtics take the championship this year, and I'll fast forward to football because that's what all I care about right now. So
fuck that. I don't want to hear my roommate talking about the Celtics won.
Well, that's your dilemma, not mine. So
okay.
All right. Let's move directions. We talked basketball. Obviously, the biggest thing
We'll
there.
continue on. It's talking about Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Okay, this is controversy city.
So Caitlin Clark got left out of the Olympic team.
Team USA. Yeah. Which I don't understand it, but let's talk about it.
So, I mean, if you're going to think logically, does Caitlin Clark actually deserve to be on the team? Probably not.
Statistically, no.
No.
Statistically, no, but
there's so much
propaganda and like
there's
just
so much
entertainment-wise, 100%.
100%. Now, there are people saying, let's talk about AJ Wilson. I don't care about AJ Wilson.
The thing is, AJ Wilson has 6 years behind her, right? She has stats.
100%.
She has stats.
She should be
on the team. She has stats. She has free throws. She has 3 points. She has driving the paint. She has stats. Caitlin Clark doesn't have that, so I understand where Team USA is saying. But
I understand
I'm getting a little passionate. about it.
I understand what they're saying, but does the average Joe, does the average Brad, do they care what AJ Wilson brings to the table?
I hate both those names. But no, they don't.
Does the average Rick care? We care about people that gives us entertainment, and Caitlin Clark does that. I'm sorry, AJ Wilson. She's a fantastic player. Probably going to be one of the best players of all time for who knows?
And she's got plenty of years ahead of her.
But guess what? That's not fucking marketable. She's not fucking marketable.
She's not marketable, but she has the stats to make a team win. And so that's why I understand why Caitlin Clark did not get selected. However, when you have the number 1 draft pick going to the Fever, making nothing but the best headlines for the WNBA on the fucking planet, and you're not going to put her on Team USA, even if she doesn't play, put her on roster number 12. Put her on slot number 12. The thing is that, one, only 8 players are going to play in that fucking team anyways.
Yeah.
8 players are going to play for Team USA. Caitlin Clark could play number 12. She deserves to be there.
Like Christian later.
She has got more attention. I have met so many people in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I have met so many women and ladies and young ladies that when you ask them about basketball, one of the first things out of their mouth is Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Right? Like,
she's an exciting figure in this
sport. She is. And the thing is that, like, you have these girls that are 10, 11, 12 years old.
That say, like,
they're saying, I want to be like Caitlin Clark. It's like my young boys, 10 and 11, Camden and Aiden, be like, I want to be like Michael Jordan.
It's very similar to like the
right? Like it's just, it blows my mind.
Like when
how do you not select her for Team USA? Put her on roster spot 12.
Why do you think Steph Curry is so popular? Because, dude, not everyone's fucking 6'10" can jump out of the gym and dunk.
And he he didn't have a growth spurt to actually got in the NBA.
Exactly.
He wasn't even.
But my point is like everyone wants to shoot. Everyone wants to shoot. Not everyone's fucking 6'10". Andre Wilson, their game's not transferable. You talk to a woman, it's like, okay, like be built, be like 6'4", and just get like. But it's a lot easier to be fucking like, I don't know, 6 foot like Caitlin Clark and just shoot threes. Like, people are gonna resonate with that. So I don't understand.
She's taller than me, which is like, it's like Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah, sure.
She's an inch taller than me, so it is what it is. But the thing is like you texted me earlier when you said, "Hey, can we talk about this?" And I was like, "Absolutely." I didn't know where we were gonna go because we do this very free spirited and we go off of what we want to talk about. But when Dylan messaged me earlier today and he said, "We got to talk about Caitlin Clark. Like we got to talk about it." And I was like, 100%. But I was like, "What do you want to talk about?" And he goes, "Her not being selected for Team USA."
Big deal.
And I immediately get I'm kind of an asshole when it comes to stats, right? Like, I'm like, why? But I also understand in this situation, Caitlin Clark just got drafted literally 2.5 months ago.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the stats. Where Team USA, they look at numbers, points scored, assists, rebounds, blocks. They look at these stats. Caitlin Clark doesn't have them. However, can you name the other 11 people on the fucking Team USA that have any more fucking momentum and propaganda that Caitlin Clark does? No.
No, and we don't care. Like
no one cares. Because if you ask any 11-year-old girl right now, if I'm at Buffalo Wild Wings and I said, "Can you name me a WNBA player?" Caitlin Clark.
They know who Steph Curry is. They know Steph Curry.
Well, I'm saying WNBA.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't fucking know anybody.
Yeah.
They know Steph Curry.
They know Steph Curry. They know Caitlin Clark. They know Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
they know Michael LeBron.
They know LeBron James. LeBron James.
Maybe
and they may even know Kobe.
Yeah.
They may even know Kobe. But the thing is you ask, the only woman's name we just mentioned?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. That's my point.
They only know
That's my point is WNBA, you're fucking up right now because you are literally you're backing yourself into a fucking corner because you're taking the best number 1 draft pick,
most marketable player,
most marketable. I mean, it's like put it on the box of Wheaties. That's what I'm saying. Like I think this is a dumb choice for WNBA.
Shaun,
I think at some point they're gonna fucking realize it, and it's gonna be too late, obviously, because the selection's already done. But
she's actually an alternate for the.
She's an alternate. She's an alternate.
Somebody gets.
Well, she's like number 16.
No, she's like next. She's like 1 or 2 next in line.
I thought it looked at 16 when I looked at this day.
She's like next in line.
Well, regardless,
yeah,
should not be an alternate.
Should be on the team.
Should be on the team, and that's all I'm gonna say because I'm probably gonna piss somebody off, and I don't give a fuck who I piss off. So
it's okay.
My thing is that we talk. We got 1,000 subscribers as of today. We're gonna hit 1 million, and when we do, everything we say is gonna matter. So that's what I say, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm done talking about Caitlin. Girl, if you ever watch this, I got your back. I think you should have been selected. Dude, I think it's bullshit that you're not. So hit me up, DM me, slide in. Let's do it. Let's talk later.
Caitlin Clark has just been a class act as well. She's been a class act, just going through interviews. You just tell dude.
And you know how I feel about class acts.
I know that.
You know how I feel about class acts.
Yeah.
So I love the modest. I love the respectful.
She's been super respectful.
She is, and even tonight, if you watch it tonight.
To be honest, it's hard to be respectful when all this bullshit.
Look at tonight. I challenge any person that watches this video tonight. Go look at the game against Connecticut tonight, and at the last minute and a half, she stands up and she's like, "Let's go team. Let's go team." She is cheering on her team when they're down by 20 fucking points, knowing they're not going to win. And she still stands up and does it. Taylin,
it's hard.
I adore you. I adore you. I adore you. And I hope I want to have her on the podcast one time at some point. I hope we do.
She's hard to root against, dude. She's just awesome, dude.
I like class act people,
dude.
And she's from the Midwest, so I like her. So it's cool.
100%.
Caitlin, we'll get you on this podcast one of these days. So
well, let's talk about Dan Hurley, right?
Oh, damn, the Lakers head coach deal. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So Dan Hurley, I mean, this happened actually last week, Friday. All of a sudden, they pivoted from JJ Redick, and I know we talked about it last week.
Redick was supposed to be like
so
the shoe-in.
I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know if JJ Redick rejected, or I don't know if the Lakers went a different direction. What might have happened was maybe
it sounds like the offer wasn't good enough, and they knew about from what I'm reading and what I'm seeing. It sounds like the offer for JJ wasn't anywhere near the ballpark of what he wanted to see, and it sounds like it was rejected.
He's making pretty good money in his pocket. Like, I need to see this.
It sounds like it was rejected way before it even got public. And then obviously we got Dan Hurley, who comes in from UConn.
Yeah.
And we see this happen, and I thought for sure going into the weekend, I was like, Dan Hurley is going to be he's going to be the coach of the fucking Lakers.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. He's going to leave UConn. He's going to go coach the fucking Lakers. I was cool with that. I mean, obviously, I don't have any beef with it.
Yeah.
But I was cool with it, and then we see this, this out of the blue, rejection, and it's like I really would love to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
In that room where that conversation took place, because I have some questions. How the rumor mill is right now, 3 times. UConn offered him 3 times what LA offered him for him to come back.
You know, the thing when it comes to this stuff like this,
I'm just curious. I'm curious because that's what everyone is saying right now.
I know the answer.
I don't think it's quite 3 times, but I know you said something. I don't want to steal your thunder, so I'm gonna let you do your thing.
It's like, here's the thing: when you get these kind of opportunities, either give a hard no response, like I'm not fucking interested, like I'm staying at UConn, or you think about it and you ask other people, right? Who is that other person? So
who's the other person?
I think
your wife.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
I think Dan Hurley
your family, because that's all the fucking matters.
I think Dan Hurley want to go. I'll be honest. No insight whatsoever. I think the wife said, "I'm not particularly interested."
I mean,
she questioned it. Maybe not.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Can I say one thing? I don't want to interrupt you, but I look at Dan Hurley, and I was looking at some clips today. I was looking at some clips when he was coaching the Huskies.
Yeah.
And it's obviously we see coaches that get very aggressive and adamant when they're yelling at a ref or they're yelling at a player and it's like every time you see Dan Hurley confront his team, like there is so much emotion there. Like it is hard not to believe that he loves that team. Like it's hard. Like I looked at I don't know, maybe 15, 20 clips today, and because I want to have an educated conversation about this. And literally every time you see him open his mouth and his eyes and his just dictation, he loves that team.
But you want me to go devil's advocate?
100%.
100%. He might love UConn. But hey,
100%.
Before he went to UConn, he was at Wagner.
He was at Wagner, which is I was obviously very small D1.
How long was he there?
Very small D1 school. What was that, 3 years, 4 years?
Exactly.
Yeah, 3 years, 4 years.
At UConn?
Oh God, for a while.
No, 3,
4 years. Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going on 5 or 6.
If it really was that low, if he was really that, he probably would have been in Wagner for.
Yeah, but Wagner is they're barely D1.
But UConn.
Whereas UConn is their D1.
And
100%.
And where is LA? Lakers.
I mean, they're in the West. They're one of the best. They're one of the best teams year after year.
Am I right? LA's a lot different.
But it's 2 different worlds. You got to go from D1 badass boys college hoops to NBA pro level Western Conference.
It's a different world.
It's a different world. You're on, and Connecticut's over here. LA's over here. It's literally different sides of the world.
Have you seen how competitive Dan Hurley is?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like his demeanor when he's on the court and he is yelling.
Do you think he wants to be at the top, the highest fucking rank?
I mean, the Huskies they're year in, year out.
Are
they're
they
one
La La Land?
No.
Are they Lakers? Exactly.
No, not at all. Not
exactly.
At all.
He wanted to go to LA. There's some factors that interfere with that.
So I said I want to be. I agree with you. And we'll move on because we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
But I think, and this is my last thing I'm gonna say about it is, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall with that conversation taking place.
Well, I know what the conversation was like. I'll be honest. I know what the
I'm pretty
conversation
confident. You and I talked about it earlier today. I'm pretty confident we both understand that this comes down to family, it comes down to wife, it comes down to quality of life.
More so the second
living.
one.
Yeah, it comes down to quality of life, comes down to living, and we both get this.
I'm pretty sure the children wouldn't mind living in La La Land.
I mean,
cool,
everyone's moving from LA though. Like literally, it's the fastest moving city out of the.
It's a little different if you're coaching the LA Lakers.
I mean, yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
If I could coach the LA Lakers,
Fact of the matter is,
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is that Dan Hurley rejects the offer,
Yeah,
which everyone thought was going to be a done fucking deal.
we did.
And I'm curious. I put this in my notes earlier. I didn't know if you got a chance to look at it, but I'm curious as to what was said and what was promised versus what was actually talked about and like agreed upon. And what made Dan say, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. Because 3 times the offer? 3 times. That's a big substantial number. So we're saying that UConn is offering, because it was $70,000 for him to be the coach of LA.
Yeah.
$70,000, which is the least paid out of every player in LA Lakers, by the way. In case anyone was wondering, the head coach, Dan Hurley, was going to be making less as a coach than the least amount of the...
Hot take?
Yeah.
You want me to give you a hot take?
So it's like, really?
Do you want me to give you a hot take? I think Dan Hurley was trying to convince his wife. 100%. He wanted to go to LA. Wife was like, nope. Yeah. And it didn't happen.
I agree with you.
And he's still happy. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, shit, I have to stay.
And not only that, but by doing that, he took an offer. They countered by 3 times. He's making 3 times more next year than he was this year.
100%. And he's not
like,
he's not sad.
He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
What I'm trying to say, he's not sad. He's slightly disappointed. He doesn't want to go He can't go to the NBA.
He'll get there.
He'll get there. He got there. But he's still slightly disappointed. I'm just saying. I know he's not gonna fucking say anything. I'm like, that's not true. He's gonna deny it all day. I think I'm just right. I think that's what happened.
He'll get there.
He'll get there.
We're at 37 minutes, so we got to keep this short. YouTube said if we want to make any money at all, we got to keep our podcast short. So I tell you what, man, we talked about Mavs and Celtics. We talked about Caitlin Clark. We talked about Dan Hurley. What else did you want to talk about tonight, man?
We'll go in a couple of different directions here. Well, we can talk about this, yeah. Let's talk about the NBA. We'll just keep it on topic.
Talk basketball, then. Let's talk basketball. Okay.
So Adam Silver.
Throw me a bone and let's see what happens. Let's go.
So Adam Silver in an NBA Finals practice conference.
The international stuff.
So
the international stuff that we
were speculating. I know it's. Dude, they've been fucking saying this for the last 5 years. I'm like, I don't think you're actually serious about this. But, I mean, he said it in a press conference. The thing about expansion past, North America, maybe international, maybe in Europe, or maybe in South America. Who knows? So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so let me clarify this before we go down this rabbit hole. Are you asking what my thoughts are on the expansion of the NBA into international territories? Or what am I thinking about as far as like expanding teams in the U.S.?
No, international.
Okay, so we're talking international. Okay, I have a couple different opinions.
Yeah.
First off, I think this is horrible. I don't like it at all, to be honest with you. I like the fact of our country. Obviously, I'm a big patriot guy. I'm wearing my dog tags. I've been in the military. I've got God, guns, and freedom on my hat.
Yep.
I'm a patriot. Everyone knows that. I take my hat off. I cross my heart when I hear the Pledge of Allegiance. Even if I'm in a restaurant, I take my hat off, right? And that's just me. I served my country for 9 years, and that's what I do. But I have some feelings about this. And I think first off, I'm just going to hit the fucking where the helmet hits the head here is I think we have things to take care of here first in homeland before we start to expand.
There's a lot of teams that could get expansion. You're looking at Nashville.
We have
Las Vegas, just to name a few.
Nashville, Las Vegas, Utah. I mean, obviously, I think Utah.
Boston, maybe.
Boston could
Austin.
even.
Austin.
Austin. Not Boston.
They
I'm
got
sorry,
the
Celtics. But Austin. But even, I mean, don't put any more teams in California. Please don't put any more teams in California. But we got a lot of teams we got a lot of cities. I mean, we got a lot of cities that don't have teams in them. I think we can hammer our own home front better than going to Canada, going to South America, going to Europe. That's my first take on this. The second thing is if we did branch out and we did expand, obviously South America would be one of my fucking go-tos because I want to see, obviously Mexico City, Belize, Brazil, Argentina, Costa Rica. Costa Rica would be amazing because it's a retirement community for the Americans. So it's all Americans down there.
Terrible fucking idea.
Costa Rica is a great idea, by the way.
Oh, to go on vacation, sure.
Well, no, and to have a basketball team. But
I digress.
Okay, of course. But anyways, this is what we do. What we do here, and we spit this shit like on our cusp of our toes. But the thing is that if we went European, obviously, I think my two biggest would be Amsterdam or Paris, France or Amsterdam. I like Belgium. I like Netherlands. I like Germany. I like those. But again, I don't want to see any of that happen at all in the next 15 years because I think we should fortify our front here in the homeland.
Yeah.
I'm a patriot. I want to see my shit in the United States. So now, will it be cool to have a different team other than Toronto, the Raptors? Will it be cool to have a team in Mexico City? That'd be cool.
Kind of cool.
Like, you know, obviously your family lives down there. I got family down there.
Yeah.
In South America. So would it be cool to go and watch that and have fun?
Sure.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. And it's easy travel. But the thing is
if you're thinking from the association point of view, is it smart?
No, because there's a lot more at stake here.
Yeah,
you got bag boys, you got crew, you got coaches, you got players. All these guys are traveling, right? And when you travel, you get weak. And when you're traveling and you're weak, you don't put up numbers. When you don't put up numbers, you don't win. So while it'd be cool to be like, oh, I've got a team that I own in Brazil or Mexico City or Edmonton, fucking Canada, or Paris, France, or London, doesn't matter. Like the thing is that you naturally are building a handicap to lose. That's my take on it. I'm gonna throw it to you, man. What do you think,
dude? Yeah, I mean, you just hit on the nail here. You know, sure. Thing is, if I was 6'10", 40-inch vertical, 40-inch vertical. Heck, maybe even light skin. Like, I don't know if I want to go to these countries to, like, live. I think I'd rather stay in the States. So that's one dilemma right there. Right off rip. Another thing is travel. You got the miles. Like, that just fucks everyone up. It just fucks everything up.
And when you're traveling from different time zones, like, if you go from Edmonton, fucking Canada, down to Mexico City, that's 3 time zones. Like, you literally lose 6 hours.
They had to do that for the NHL, of course.
Yeah, well, obviously. But I'm saying if it was basketball, I'm just saying hypothetically.
It's a fucking shit show. It's like,
exactly.
Dude.
So I don't think it's fair for the players. It's not fair for the team. It's not fair for the crew. It's not fair for anybody to put someone through that. Now, when you know that you're going to play in London football, like, for example, the Broncos and the Chiefs or the Raiders and the Ravens, whatever it is, we know these games are coming a year out. And they can plan this shit down to a T. Like, we leave on Monday at noon. We'll land at Tuesday. We don't play till Friday. Or Saturday, even. We have 3 days of rest and practice. We can acclimate. That's different. Basketball, you have usually 1 day before you play again. Not a week.
I don't think what gets talked about enough is that, do we trust these markets?
Absolutely not.
I don't think we should.
Not.
What happened in the Vancouver?
That's an interesting point, and I think we're both in alignment there.
What happened to the Vancouver Grizzlies?
Dude, shut down.
Should we trust that? Absolutely the fuck
no,
not.
I agree. I'm glad you brought
we
that
are
up.
I'm actually crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because
I don't fucking trust that market. I know Adam Silver is all about money. Oh, sure. You guys are money. Dude, you guys make enough money. I hate to say it. Of course, we always want to make enough money. We always want to make more money.
I'm glad you brought that up.
But be fucking smart. Be fucking smart. how the fuck you know if these Brits, these people from Netherlands, these people, these French, are they? I know they have their own leagues. They're not fucking Americans about basketball. I'm sorry.
The thing is, dude,
I'm
so glad you brought that up because
they are not fucking Americans. Yeah. They are not crazy like us. Maybe in soccer.
No, we're fucking crazy.
We are crazy.
Even in soccer, like we're just as America, we're just getting to a point where we've been like resilient in soccer. We've been like even commendable. I mean, you got Sporting KC. You got a couple of teams that are doing really well, but like we're just now getting that respect. We're just getting that respect. Yeah. But like you ask any Canadian team, you ask any South American team, they got mad respect.
Yeah.
We're just getting respect. Like we're just now getting it. When it comes to FIFA and all of the things that go around that, we're just now getting on that level.
Who knows? Maybe cricket gets on the level. Which, by the way,
Christ.
Shout out USA cricket team for beating Pakistan. Shout out to them.
It's funny because I have a guy that works for me in my day job, Aditya, and he plays cricket religiously. And he was saying that USA is doing really well with cricket, and so that says a lot.
Next game's on. I think it's Wednesday against.
It's Wednesday.
So it's basically be India versus the India B team.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird, dude. India is a huge. Like I think they run the gamut actually as far as cricket is concerned. Like India and London, India and London and Australia.
Australia kicks their ass.
They're all big. No, I think India runs it. I think India basically runs it.
Australia kicks their ass every finals. I've been doing. Trust me, I watch a lot of sports. Australia kicks their ass.
We watch a lot of sports, but
every Cricket World Cup since fucking beginning of time. Basically, they've been doing it for a long time. But yeah, Australia kicks their ass every time.
They were at 47 minutes.
We kind of already talked about that. They just go into hockey.
But you want to talk hockey?
Let's talk hockey.
Let's move to hockey, and then we'll cut this down. But this is why I think we have our 1,000 subscribers, because we make it fun. And
I like to talk shit.
We both like to talk shit. But,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But we know what we're talking about. That's the thing. And we can justify it. We can be like, oh, I think this because of this, or I think, Dan Hurley did this because his wife was doing this. It's like, we have legitimate, reasons of why we say what we do. And I think that's why our listeners are...
And I don't need to have sources. It's just, my intuition.
Yeah.
I know... Well, I know I'm not wrong.
We know enough that, sitting here in this little studio, we do things... I mean, you take Shaq, Charles Barkley, Joe Naismith, you take... Coach and Doc and all these guys, and you put them side by side, and we do the same thing, only we do it in a much relaxed environment.
We'll stack up.
Yeah.
Give us some time. What's up about
We're coming for you, boys. We're coming for you. Mark my words. Shaq, you and I fucking met on the side of the road. Hollywood 101. You don't know it, but I'm gonna remind you of it when we see each other. In your fucking red Ferrari with the Superman.
Dude, I want to mix with him, bro. He's like, dude.
Wicca.
I was actually just at the show in the Phoenix Warehouse project. So,
dude, let's not digress. We'll talk about this later. Let's call Shaq out. We'll get him here. We'll get Shaq, the man, the fucking dude that shatters fucking backboards. We'll get him on here later. Let's talk hockey.
Yeah.
And we'll close this out.
Yeah.
Obviously, Oilers and Panthers. We're in the Stanley Cup Finals right now. Yep. Obviously, I've been riding Edmonton for months. You're obviously a giant Florida fan. Just for the playoff postseason.
Yeah.
But I've been riding Edmonton before they even went into the playoffs. And you got Connor McDavid, you got Skinner. Then on the other side, you got Bravosky, right on the Florida side. You got Techuk, right, who's fucking doing his thing.
You're just butchering all his names. You're not getting any of these names right.
Bobrovsky, that's his name.
Oh, now you said it right.
Well, I'm obviously drinking too, but let's not worry about it. Anyways, right. you got two powerhouse teams. Yeah. Connor McDavid, you got Skinner. Tonight we had a really weird penalty for Lustarine, right? Anyways, it's one of those things that was weird, but I like Edmonton. Obviously, Florida went fucking balls to the wall.
What can we say about Florida, dude? They're just a machine, dude. Like even
They really are.
even in a situation where you think, ooh, maybe the Oilers, they can make it competitive. I mean, they can get back in the series, make it 1-1. They get a goal in the second quarter. They get another one. Then they get another one. And then they get an empty net goal, and all of a sudden it's 4-1. And from the box score, you might think, easy game. Dude, they just scrap, man. They just scrap. The biggest difference is they convert on the opportunities. Take the Oilers back in game 1. They had like 22 shots in goal. Had like 1 goal.
Well, and the thing is this, that you know how I feel about this, because shots on goal means winning games, and tonight, at the end of first period, shots on goal was 7-1. Florida had 7 with 0 points, and Edmonton had 1 shot on goal with 1 point. They were 100%. And then it just slowly trickled down the hill.
Well, the way I look at it is,
there, it was just like they did nothing to capitalize for the rest of the
way
night.
I look at it is like, okay, me and my boys from back in Sacramento can assemble a team and play the Boston Celtics. We can shoot 50 more threes than them. Doesn't mean we're gonna beat them.
Yeah, but for every 3 you shoot, you're gonna make 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4. So
or we can go 0 for 50.
It's free. It's field goal attempts, right? Or 3-point attempts, 3-point attempts. Every time you take it, you're going to make 1 or you're going to miss it. But you have to shoot them to make them. If you don't shoot them, you don't make them.
Or you're just shooting.
Shots on goal, shots on deck, shots on rim. That you have to shoot them to make points.
The biggest equalizer of all this is Bobrovsky. He's going to fucking save everything. He's just a fucking
he just shut down the Edmonton all night today, dude. He really did.
Dude. They don't have an answer. They've had 1 goal on him for 2 games. He's a monster. They're literally seeing a brick wall when they see the goal. He's just different, man. I said this from the start, even from our last episode, is gonna come down to goaltending. Skinner, pretty good.
Between Skinner and Bobrovsky,
Bobrovsky clears.
I mean, they're both savage goaltenders.
100%.
100%. But I mean, when it goes down, to look at the numbers. There is an interesting fact that was thrown out there today. Is like Bobrovsky, if you look at his left shoulder, his right shoulder, his left leg, his right leg, those are all up into double digits. But the only thing that he has under 5 is in the middle, right, where he blocks with his crotch.
Yeah.
And tonight he lost 1. The only point that they lost tonight was through his crotch, and it was right through the middle. And he only had 3, and tonight was 4. So it's really interesting facts that I was looking at today and some stats that I was doing. But
he's just blocking everything, man.
He's a sav.
And the thing with the Panthers is, whenever they get the ball back, or the puck back.
They get the puck. They get the ball back.
The ball back. Yeah, I'm thinking about basketball right now, dude. Once they get the turnover, they convert right away. They're on the break. Their counterattack is unreal. Going back to game 1, their first goal was on a counterattack. They got the turnover and they went straight in and got it. It's lethal, man. And when you got defenders like Barkov, it just, dude, their defense is so stout. I know we talked about it earlier. Their defense is so stout. They literally don't have any weaknesses. So it's man, they're just gonna be so tough to beat, bro.
Well, I know we made notes. We got to get scoring here. We made notes earlier on the thing that we both have Florida taking this game tonight.
So let's talk about who do we think wins game 3. Well, actually pull up on your computer. When is game 3 again?
I think it's Thursday.
Thursday?
Right? Thursday, yeah.
You know what? We'll talk about that on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're talking about Wednesday. And the thing is, Edmonton goes back to Edmonton for game 3.
Yeah.
So I think that throws a different dynamic there. Both teams are fully healthy. I think Connor McDavid, Skinner, what's the guard's name? I can't think of his name. Hyman. Yeah. Between Connor McDavid, Hyman, and Skinner, I think Edmonton goes back to Edmonton. They adjust. They make some corrections. They have to, actually, because this could easily get away from them because Florida's that good.
So I digress. I'll talk about this on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just making a little light predictions.
Yeah.
I think Edmonton makes some changes.
Well, they have to. They have no choice. They just.
Like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like they have to. This is a must do.
They've been bitch slapped these first 2 games.
Yeah, kind of like I did with your mom last night. I'm fucking with you. Anyways, no. Here's the thing: is we'll come back on Wednesday. We're sitting at an hour right now.
Yeah.
I want to say something from the bottom of my heart. Obviously, this means a lot to us, and we had 1,000 subscribers today. I'm sitting here with my best friend, dude. I wouldn't be here without you. We wouldn't 100%. Be here without them.
100%.
And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for subscribing. I know we argue sometimes. We say some stupid shit, but
that's what makes this show interesting.
99% of the time, it's legit, right? And so it's like,
genuine.
Yeah, it's genuine, and we care about you. We care about your betting strategies. We care about what you do. We have goals to get up. Obviously, we want more subscribers, and we're going to get there. But I want to say from the bottom of my heart, Sean Russell, thank you so much for subscribing. We're doing this. This is what we're passionate about. We love it. 100%. And dude, we're going to keep doing this.
Keep doing it.
Do you have any words for the subscribers, man?
Hey, appreciate you guys so much. It's been a ride so far. We're going to keep this a longer ride. So we're just going to keep it going. Keep it going.
We're going to ride with you as long as you ride with us.
100%.
Okay? RussellFactor.com. Go visit the website. Subscribe. Get the VIP. Get the free picks. Get the free picks.
Get the free picks, guys.
Get the free picks.
Come on, guys. Come on.
We're smashing.
Smashing. Come on.
Get the free picks. If you want more, get the VIP picks. If not, keep subscribing to this channel right here. We got links that we're going to put below. We got everything coming in. We're making better videos now. We're doing things right. We're at 1,000 subscribers because of you. And we're going to keep doing this. So,
boom.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all.
Later.
We'll see y'all